I get anxiety when my boyfriend gets mad at games. I 22F don't like being yelled at. I've had my fair share of people blowing up and getting in my face when angry. So because of it I've developed some anxiety when I hear anyone yell. My boyfriend has a bit of gamer rage when he plays games, and I talked to him about it once that I didn't like it when he got mad, especially when we play games together. I don't think I told him it gave me anxiety. I just told him I didn't like it and he said he would work on it. However, that doesn't stop him from getting mad when he plays games by himself. I can understand getting upset about something happening in a game, but his anger can be a bit too extreme, and well, I've seen it a couple of times where it got bad and my anxiety went through the roof today. How do I approach him on this? I hate seeing him get so upset, and yet I'm not a confrontational person, so it's hard to speak my mind when something is bothering me, and this is bothering me a lot. I just want him to stop getting so violently upset at games. Too long didn't read. My boyfriend loses his temper when he plays his games and it gives me really bad anxiety. How do I approach this with him? It sounds like he's triggering your trauma. Same thing happens to me when my husband has road rage. Your boyfriend needs to understand explicitly why you don't like it and how it makes you feel. He needs to help you. Also, some therapy on your part may help you. I can't stand hearing people yell either. My father has anger issues and he used to yell all the time. The solution is simple though. You just need to say what you said here, that yelling gives you anxiety and you would appreciate it if he didn't yell at his games anymore because it stresses you out. I would also let him know that you know that he's not yelling at you, but it still bothers you. A lot of the time people think if they're not yelling directly at you then it shouldn't be upsetting. Take a video of him doing it and show it to him later. Most people don't understand how ridiculous and pie today I fucked up it looks until they actually see it from a different perspective. I had this problem with my 13-year-old, nothing I said made a difference, it's a game, it's supposed to be fun, blah blah blah. So I am sick and tired of it. Watching Judge Judy and start to yell at the TV, are you crazy? That's so dumb. I know they didn't just say that, Judge Judy go get you even jumped out of the chair and stomped my feet, so up the stairs comes my kid, looks at me like what the heck is wrong? Still yelling at the TV. He looks at the TV, he looks at me, looks back at the TV, and I thought I saw the light bulb go off over his head. I stop yelling, look at him in the eye for a couple of seconds and said, pretty stupid huh? He was like 87% better after that, and I do sometimes still yell at Judge Judy. As someone who also had bad temper when it came to video games, it wasn't that bad for me. I didn't scream or break things, but I used to swear and drop my mouse on the mouse pad. When I was younger no one cares, but when I met my wife I could clearly tell she felt uneasy when I acted like this. My biggest problem was that I got in a really bad mood after I lost some competitive game, and I would be bad mooding against her, which I always felt bad when I calmed down. I tried to stop so many times but I just couldn't. She didn't deserve my bad mood and me being mean because of a stupid game. So I quit playing competitive games. I loved them but they only made me feel bad. I only play chill relaxing games now, and I haven't been like this since. I think he needs to quit playing the games that makes him angry. That was the only way for me to change. My 28F daughter, 6 months, is sick and it's because of my in-laws. So I've been stewing on this all day. Location is Australia. On Tuesday I took my daughter to see her dad. We're still together but we live with our own parents due to finances, and by default his parents, late 40s/early 50s, and siblings, 8M and 6F. Not long after we got there they told us that the kids had been sick. Would have been nice to have known considering I have a baby. Well, yesterday she starts coughing a bit and is slowly getting more congested. I was up all night with her trying to soothe her, but she's my first child. I had no idea how to help her. Spoke to the doctor and he seems to think viral infection, but if she progresses then I need to get her COVID tested. Spoke to her dad and I apologized for not wanting to take her to visit his parents for a while. He was in complete agreement and in his words they fucked up. So what I need advice on is how on earth do I move forward with them. For the 4 years we were together before we got pregnant I didn't exist. I was only really spoken to after they found out I was pregnant, which in itself has been something I've been struggling to let go of. I'm just beyond pissed off because they could have rescheduled and my daughter wouldn't be sick. I'm stressing because her nose is so blocked that she's struggling to breathe. She doesn't want her bottles and isn't keeping everything down. Thank you in advance. Edit for extra info that answers a lot of comments. 1. I am completely aware that babies get sick. Yes, it's a part of life and I'll take it as it comes. My whole point was this was completely unavoidable and I don't know whether they didn't think much of it because they've had 4 kids or if they were being selfish. 2. After reading the comments I realized that I should also be pissed off at my so considering he lives with them. 3. He doesn't really talk to them because of his upbringing with them. Let's just say they're not the nicest parents. He does pay rent and lives with them out of convenience. 4. By no means am I comparing my daughter having a cold to his parents losing a baby to SIDS. My whole point there was that my daughter is still at risk of dying from that, albeit low odds. It just disappoints me that they could be so reckless with her health. 5. I appreciate every single comment, even the ones I don't agree with or upset me. And most of all I appreciate all of the advice on how to help my daughter get better. I'm sorry for not being able to reply to everyone, I'm super exhausted. I will try to over the next few days. I'm gonna leave it to him to talk with his parents and if he doesn't I'll be even more pissed off at him and couples counseling will happen. Either way his parents are going to know that if the kids are sick we won't visit. And it works both ways. If my daughter is sick we still won't be visiting. Thank you all again. The smartest man I knew said the following to me when my first child was born. Congratulations. You're going to be sick for the next 21 years. And it's true, kids are like breeding grounds of disease. They get sick all the time and give it to everyone they come in contact with, including you. Don't be too hard on your in-laws. Take her temperature regularly, make sure it's safe. If it spikes, virus or no, go to the hospital immediately. Temperature 104 plus F, 40 plus C, is very dangerous. Use the little suction thing to keep her nose clear. There is special electrolyte fluid you should be able to get to give your child if she can't keep formula down. You can't punish someone for getting sick. It's not something they did to you, it's something that happened. As someone mentioned, you don't even know for a fact it was them. Just talk to them and ask them to have some more foresight next time. Before you visit again, ask if everyone is feeling 100%. If you just want to be mad at them because they were assholes in the past, then that's a whole other issue. I'll say that many people accept children's colds as a part of life. So they cancel for things like a fever or vomiting, but not a cold. Basically, if they could send the kid to school, they just won't worry about it. Now with COVID as a possibility, we all need to be more strict than that, but if there's not community spread where you're living, they may not see that as necessary. Just say something like, "We'd really appreciate it if you'd let us know ahead of a visit if anyone has been sick." But continue to limit visits on your own while COVID is a possibility. Avoid all outings, childcare, school and you going back to work. Honestly, kids get colds too easily as everything goes straight to their mouth. Yes, they should have told you before you arrived, but how did your partner not know his siblings were sick? It's going to be a hard few nights. Just make sure you sleep during the day and showers together will help clear the snot out of bubbed nose. Maybe I misunderstood, but if you both live with your own parents, didn't he know that they were sick at his parents' house? Also, did you let them hold the baby still after knowing they had been sick? My soon-to-be fiancé got a dog knowing I was allergic to them and didn't want pets. My girlfriend and I have been dating for 4 years and have discussed getting married soon. We're very open with setting timelines for these sort of things. We are planning to buy a home and move in together after we're married. She had one dog right now, she's pretty old and probably gonna pass soon, who I love a lot and play with when I come over, but gives me horrible runny noses, itchy, red eyes, and wheezy. I can deal with it for a day or two when I come see her and I just take Benadryl, but this is something I am not willing to live with. A few months ago, she took in another chihuahua, 2 years old, because her grandma had to find it a home. At this point she knew my stand on living with animals. Now we're discussing buying a home and getting engaged, and it just hit me that she knew I didn't want animals and she got one. She insists that she's coming to live with us without regard to how I physically get around dogs. I love them, don't get me wrong, but I just get so sick around them. I just tried talking to her about it and it blew up into an argument. I'd who's in the wrong here, and I also don't know what to do. Edit, I just kinda feel lead on because we're this far into the relationship and she knew how I get around dogs. Her latest point is you're choosing your allergies over me. And that kinda hurt hearing. She's choosing her dog over you. Not only is she rude and disrespectful, she's also manipulative. You're choosing your allergies over me. Who the hell wouldn't put their own health first? Even in the airplane they say, put your mask on before helping someone else. Of course you put your health first, because without your health, you can't help anyone. She's not a keeper. Put that soon-to-be fiancé on the back burner cause that's fucked. Don't even entertain the idea of living with a pet if just a visit gets you like that. Dog hair will touch every surface of your house. It will be inescapable. I'm allergic to dogs and cats and I can testify it is hell to live in that. Either she's extremely ignorant to the suffering it causes you or straight up doesn't care. She isn't making you choose allergies over her, she made the choice of dog over your health and comfort already. That's fucked. Put a pin in any long-term plans because this is not something to take lightly. Congratulations on finding more about your girlfriend before marrying her. You have found out that she is not considerate of you or your health. You have found out that she thinks that she is more important than your health. Make your relationship decision based on that newly discovered knowledge. That's fucked up. You are in way over your head ESP if she doesn't care about your comfort levels. That's basic. It sucks because sometimes I feel like any other guy wouldn't put up or deal with some of these things, and I think she doesn't realize that. I do all that I do because I love her, but man, this sucks. You're choosing your allergies over me. Who chooses to have allergies? If it actually was a choice, which is not possible, who would choose to have allergies over having a dog? No offense, but you're engaged to an selfish and inconsiderate asshole. It's a blessing in disguise, finding out before you get married. She is the one who is making a choice. She chose the Chihuahua over op.